backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Winslow in at the 3-side. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. And it's Markcesz. And it's Caruso in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Davis. Can't hit from the elbow.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
Inside, Valanciunas. Oh!
And I like how Morant threaded the needle there. Just an excellent pass off that pick.
Pass to Caruso. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Winslow against James. And a wide open look for Valanciunas. No good on the 3.
And the big man, Anthony Davis, leaving the team that drafted him to be a part of a superstar duo with the Lakers. Shaq, does that at all sound familiar?
Yeah, listen, some drama was made about the way he got to the West Coast, but hopefully he can collect those rings, just like I did with the Lakers. Look, the first spot for him was a struggle, and he said, you know what, I want to be with a contender. I think I'm a great player. So I wish him very well.
Brooks against Davis. And Davis sends it back.
Shooters have to be really, really careful around Anthony Davis. He's remarkable that he usually gets electric matchups.
And that one, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Shaq, you know the importance of great footwork, and I know that you have found some other guys that are standouts in that category right now in the league.
Well, Kyrie Irving, he has great ball handling. That definitely requires great feet work.
Yes.
DeMar DeRozan, James Harden with that Euro step and that step back. You got to have excellent feet work to pull those moves off.
Here's Morant following the basket by Anthony Davis. Here's Valanciunas, and the shot falls short this time. James right side to the middle. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
I know he shoots a lot of jumpers, but that right there, Kevin, was a big man move. The defense is there, but AD is just too strong, too good.
And Memphis making a change here. Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Brandon Clark comes in for Jackson. Josh Jackson's checked in for Winslow. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Dylan Brooks. Here's Melton. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And the basket by Jackson.
And, Jackson is terrific at shooting off the catch. And that's a credit to his footwork and his shot readiness before the ball arrives.
And it's Davis missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
That's good as he hits both of his shots.
When I saw Jackson back in college, I thought he was the best two-way player in the country. I mean, he's athletic, he's confident, he's aggressive. Man, he plays with the verve that you like to see a guy play with.
Now here's Davis. 5 points in the game. This is DeMorris. Some solid defense from Clark. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Grizzlies. And that one's good. Morant.
Hey, major props to Josh Jackson. Made an intelligent play there. Has a good feel for when his guys have a clean look.
Stolen. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now, here is Moore. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Kuzma. Here's Davis. Moore is trying to free himself up, and Davis puts it in.
He's such a graceful athlete who's willing to mix it up on the glass. AD's great at creating second chance opportunities.
Morant Morant with it. The pass to Melton. Lets it go from deep. That shot off the mark. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 4. And don't go away. And we're ready to get back into the action here in game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Lakers. Deion Waiters is out there with Avery Bradley. Then there's Markieff Morris. And there's Davis. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward position. And you've played with so many other stars during your career, but talk about some of the incredible role players that were so important for you and the teams you played on.
You know, you like to use the word role players, Kevin. I like to use the word others. Off the top of my head, good. Jonathan Haslam, Robert Ory, Mike Penberthy, Derek Fisher, Rick Fox, my main man Horace Grant, and my OGs, Brian Shaw and Gary Payton. Yep.
Good name.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Morant kicks to Jackson. And the 3 ball is good.
Timeout.
Jackson's got 10 points in the game.
Aggressive range on display there. Jackson knocking down the triple.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
And team strategies mostly guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Jaren Jackson. He's checked in for Brandon Clark. Winslow comes in for Josh Jackson. And Brooks subbed in for DeAnthony Melton.
You know, people talk about the GOAT. How do you compare different positions, different eras? Just appreciate LeBron for who he is.
Valanciunas, who's checked in for Jane. And when people talk about the most dominant teams in the league, Shaq, in league history, your 2000-2001 Laker team has to be in that conversation. They say winning a title isn't easy, but that season you guys made it look easy.
Every time I talk about this, I get upset. Yeah. Because we were determined to go 16-0. And we didn't double team Allen Iverson in game 1 because for a lot of points. 15-1 is not bad. We felt invincible, and we were, but the goal was to go 16-0 and be the most dominant team ever.
It was one of the all-time great finals games.
And LeBron throws it down.
Even now, LeBron is incredibly explosive. In fact, he looks like a young, unstoppable Shaquille O'Neal.
Morant against Schroeder. Morant, the bounce back. Fader on the way. No good from Valanciunas. The Lakers in the lead. Morant with the steal. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Always adding some levity to the mix. Shaquille O'Neal, thank you for stopping by. That headset is available for you whenever you want.
Kevin, I just want to say thank you very much. It's been great. Greg, you know I love you.
I love you too. I'm a big Aristotle.
I'm at a loss for words. I hate that.
No, that's okay, Shaq.
No, I just hate
it's
that.
all right.
I hate that I have to leave right
Give
now.
me a tissue. Give me a tissue. It's okay, big fella. It's
I don't want
okay.
to go back upstairs with
It's fine.
Ernie and Kenny.
Oh, well, yeah,
I don't want to stay here with you guys.
Give me a tissue.
Thanks.
Greg, how awesome is it to have Shaq with us, a guy who's been in the limelight for so long, and yet he seems to deal with it effortlessly.
Kev, a sign of true greatness, making difficult things look effortless. Shaq did it on the court for 19 years, 15 as an all-star, and now he's doing it as an analyst.
He gets that one.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead.
Passes it to Winslow. Now Brooks. And the basket basket is good.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
And the rejection by Valanciunas. And it's Brooks in the corner. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. James outside. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Los Angeles shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. And the free throw, no good.
And, you know, when you've played over a decade and a half in the league, it's expected that you're going to slow down, but LeBron still going strong.
Tipped away and stolen by James. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Welcome to our postseason halftime show. Ernie Johnson along, looking at the Lakers. They've hung tough in what was a closely contested first half. If what we've seen in Game 1 so far is any indication, we're going to have quite a series on our hands. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, it's pretty clear that they want the offense to run through the paint, and it's been a good game plan. When they've got the ball in tight, the points have been coming, and they've been coming frequently.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
NBA playoff round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins' 5. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Winslow in at the small forward.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
James misses. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Brooks the best to Jackson. Second chance shot, and it's laid in by Brooks. Brooks has got 7 points in the game.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Here's Davis. That misses off the backboard. Memphis has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Shoots it. Brooks misses.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
Nice shot by James.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And here are the Grizzlies now. They trail by 3. Morant passes to Jackson. In the corner, it's Valanciunas. And here's Brooks from outside. Brooks can't get that one to fall.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And it's good, 2 points. Now it's a 5-point Laker lead.
And, you know, you come to expect this type of play from LeBron. I mean, he's relentless when he's in attack mode.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. You look at James, what a contribution.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Chang, he's checked in for Memphis. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Winslow. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And it's Brooks in the corner. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too. Well, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
Durant and Davis sends it back.
Well, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Bradley against Morant, and Davis sends it back. It's Davis on the wing over Jackson, and Davis gets it to go on the assist from Dion Waiters. Davis has got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. There's a minute left to play in the third. And pushing it out, here's Los Angeles, and Davis puts it in.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, let's look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Maxi Kleber comes in for Jackson. And it's Brandon Clark in for Dylan Brooks. Clark against Kuzma. Clark kicks to Kleber. And nothing is falling for him right now. Lakers leading by 11. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Right on the bucket. Davis has got 19 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Morant against Bradley. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And as good as Morant's been, there's still plenty of upside. One of the younger players to enter the draft in 2019.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Davis inside, headed by Morant, carries it down low. He's got 21.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Los Angeles on top as they end the third quarter with a tremendous 17-3 run. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And we're with you again as our round one coverage continues. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. And it's LeBron James. And it's Schroeder in at the 1 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Here's Kuzma. And the layup's good off the glass. Kuzma's got his first 2 points. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle steps for Los Angeles?
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Valanciunas is checked in for the Grizzlies. Kleber finds Winslow. Kuzma brings the double team. Here's Valanciunas offline with his 3.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that.
James, the pass to Kuzma. Schroeder with the ball. Back to LeBron. Takes it off the glass. LeBron's got 20.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's Melton. Feeds it to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Here's LeBron. It's tipped.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. First free throw is good. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Mel. And it's Morant in for Maxi Kleber.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Los Angeles calls timeout, and Memphis making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Lakers leading by 16. LeBron left side. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's Brooks from outside. And another miss by Memphis. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Kuzma kicks to LeBron. Score the basket, his 8th, 8 for 13 from the floor.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Pass to Winslow. To the inside. Here's Brooks. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
LeBron, that's a 2-pointer, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down, and what will be a win here in Game 1 of the series for the Lakers.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside, and that was working all game long.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Davis.
And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
Here's James. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Brooks misses. And here is Los Angeles now. They led the game at 1 point by 20. The kick out to LeBron. And that one goes long. It's stolen by Schroeder. And LeBron throws it down hard.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Here's Morant, and that one drops for him.
How about the handles from the young fella? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
And the Lakers can just let the clock run down here. And it's LeBron missing. It's Brooks on the wing, poked away. On the wing, James. Morant with the steal. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into Game 2.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, the lead was changing hands, so what enabled you to get control of this game?
In the second half, we started to clamp down defensively. Our 2 main staples is defensive stops and offensive execution when we're moving the ball. And once again, we had a high assist rate tonight, and we had a low field goal percentage from our opponent, and that's ingredients to winning.
It's a good recipe for the win. See what I did there? Recipe, ingredients? Funny. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us for the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you next time.